Okay, I heard you. I get it. This needs to be fixed, and so that's what we're doing. Welcome back. Today we're going to be going over Kingambit again. We're going to revisit this thing. I've had a lot of people comment on what I could have fixed, could have done better, and that's what we're going to do. So we've got our Kingambit with its strike down attack. If the opponent's active Pokemon has exactly 4 damage counters on it, it is knocked out. Definitely understand that. It's pretty easy, it's pretty simple, we like that. Now, we do run the Froslass. Froslass is going to help us get damage counters out because damage counters are what it does. With its Freezing Shroud ability, any Pokemon that has an ability takes 1 damage counter between turns, so during Pokemon checkup, except for any Froslass on the field. So this is going to help us put more stuff out. We like this. There's a lot of abilities running around in the current format, so the more abilities, the more Froslass lends an aid. We do have the Rotom with its instant charge ability, super good. Draw 3 cards, but your turn ends. We run Fezandipiti. I like this. Flip the script, draw 3 cards if one of your opponent, Fezandipiti with Flip the Script. I love this card. Draw 3 cards if one of your opponent, God, why does that, Draw 3 cards if one of your Pokemon were knocked out on your opponent's turn. You can't use more than 1 Flip the Script. That's okay, we're not going to worry about it. We do run the Bloodmoon, super good late game attacker, hits for really big damage. Munkidori, moving damage counters, also helping us out a lot here. And lastly, Radiant Alakazam, Chef Husky mentioned it, so we're going to go ahead and try it out. Painful Spoons, if we want, we can move 2 from one of their Pokemon to another one of their Pokemon, and that's pretty darn good. We do run the Arven item and a tool card, put them in your hand. Iono, both players shuffle hands, then we draw however many prize cards we have. A little bit of disruption can go a long way in the late game. We do run the Colress Tenacity because we are running multiple different energy types, and we have stadiums this time. That was not something we were running last time. Boss's Order, we're running 2 of them. Super important that we do that. We want to be able to gust and pull up anything on their side of the field, especially when it's got exactly 4 damage counters on it. And lastly, we are running the Arezu. Arezu is a card that is going to be rotating soon, but if you don't know what Arezu does, search your deck for up to 3 evolution Pokemon without a rule box and put them in your hand. This is really good. This is going to get us our Froslass. This is going to get us the Kingambits. All of this is going to happen faster, and we kind of like that. We came down on the Pokemon Catchers. We came up on a couple things, but mostly we added Calamitous Snowy Mountain. This is really good. Anybody that puts an energy on a basic non-water Pokemon, that Pokemon takes 2 energy.
Definitely didn't say that stuff right.
Takes 2 damage counters. So with that, we're able to not only affect Froslass, we're able to affect anything on their side of the field, to include the Charizards, stuff like that. If you're putting any energy from hand onto one of your Pokemon, we could be doing a lot more damage quicker. I have changed up the energy a little bit. We added 2 Steel instead of just nothing but Luminous Energy, because yes, Temple of Sinnoh did ruin the last one, and I don't want to mention it. That's the deck list. Let's go ahead and get into it and see how we do. Okay, so with this deck, going first is actually pretty darn important. We want to be able to get our Rotom out. We want to be able to get a bunch of Pawniards out. We want to be able to get a bunch of the Snowrunts out. So we want to have a pretty big, beefy bench pretty quickly. So, okay, going first, we do like that. But that's really important. Going first is really important to get our Pokemon running quickly. Munkidori down, Snorunt down. We're going to be pretty happy with all of this. Okay, Fezandipiti down. That's not bad. Our first turn, we've got the Nest Balls. I want to go ahead and get the Rotom down. And I want to get another Snorunt down. Let's check our prize. Okay, so we do have the Bisharp. We've got all of our Froslass in hand. We've got plenty of Kingambits. We've got an Arven prized, a Boss prized, and it looks like an Arezu prized, which could hurt us. As far as our energy goes, it looks like we've got one Luminous prize. And so we could be doing alright. It's okay. We're going to be good. We'll get that Snorunt down, be able to evolve all our Froslasses, and we will go ahead and instant charge here. A Pawniard and a Fezandipiti, that could be helping us up with draw support. Arven, we do run the Earthen Vessel, so we could even potentially get things. Well, never mind. We had things in our hand that we liked, but we don't have them anymore. Okay, so with Arven, we're definitely going to be going and getting some Pawniards here. Arven can also get us a R4 Sealstone, which I think was in there. So we could be doing all right. It is our turn. Does look like it's a Charizard matchup. That's okay. Radiant Alakazam, we can wait for that. At the current moment, we can wait for that. What I'd like to do, we're going to Arven here. Arven for the 4 Sealstone for sure. Actually, no. We'll get the TM Evo, and we'll get our Buddy-Buddy going. Don't mind putting this here. Don't mind attaching there. We can Buddy-Buddy. So let's get our Pawniards started. I know this is kind of a wacky way of doing it, but we will go ahead and Evolution. We know we have Snowrunts. Alright, we know we have both of our Froslass going. And so now we can get this party really started. That does end our turn, but it does put 2 damage counters on that Fezandipiti. We'll also put some damage counters down on these Munkidori and this Rotom. We're not worried about. We can move 3, just keep kind of doing that over and over again. We are putting this Fezandipiti on a timer, so that could help us out as well. Arven here's not bad. Probably goes and gets the Charizard ready to go. This Munkidori doesn't last through that, but that's okay. We can then move the Radiant Alakazam and kind of probably, potentially, if we get a Rare Candy, knock out that Charizard immediately. Another Buddy-Buddy. I'm guessing a Charizard or Charmander and a Pidgey would be, I think, the smartest option here. Manaphy does not stop any of us or anything that we're doing currently. DM Evo. That's not bad, actually. Now we'll get a Charmeleon and a Pidgeotto. Okay, so just the Charmeleon down. And we've got the Night Stretcher. Not what I wanted to see here. That's okay. We can go ahead and Adrena Brain here. I'll pull it from the Munkidori here. I think that's good. We can then put it here. That'll knock out the Manaphy very quickly. We can then, I do have the ability to retreat, so that's always an option here. I would like to attach the energy here. We do have this. Let's go ahead and try to pull up this Luminion. I think that's good there. And then we can just instant charge. Okay, another Kingambit. I'd like to see some sort of Rare Candy coming off of this. That would be helpful. Rare Candy here. And Arezu, that does potentially help us here. We can at the very minimum get the Bisharp out, which could help quite a bit here. Iono. Okay. We could be doing some good stuff here. Okay, we've got the Bisharp and a Pawniard and an Arven. Colress Tenacity does also help us, so we'll see what happens. Charizard comes down, probably has, I would guess, has the Rare Candy. Nope, okay. Doesn't need the Rare Candy. That's dumb. Retreats. This Munkidori doesn't have much longer to live. Let's go ahead and throw up a Pawniard. I think that's fine. Everything kind of on a timer on his side of the field, so we're going to be okay with that. Didn't expect that. We'll go ahead and get a Colress Tenacity here. We can get the Mountain, and we can get the... we can get the Legacy Energy here. Bisharp coming down here. Calamitous Snowy Mountain. Pawniard down here. And we can go ahead and instant charge. Okay, this is going pretty well for us, actually. The Curse Blast will take out this Rotom. Oh, okay. Burning Darkness on that Pawniard does hurt us a bit, but we should be okay. We'll bring up the Froslass here. And the Night Stretcher. Okay, so what we're going to do here, we're going to get our Munkidori back and running. Munkidori down. Night Stretcher for the Darkness Energy. Attach here. We can go ahead and, yes, we know we're taking 20, that's fine. Adrena Brain off of this Rotom here. We'll put it here onto that. I don't mind setting up this Kingambit here. And the Arven will go ahead and grab us a Pokemon Catcher and the Forest Sealstone. Forest Sealstone down. We can go ahead and I'm actually enjoying this particular position as we sit. We should be okay. We can go ahead and end our turn. Now would be a perfect time to get a Nest Ball because, okay, pulling up the... That was a smart option. Fezandipiti down. We still have the opportunity to get a 2-prize knockout. We just need a Nest Ball or some way of getting the Radiant Alakazam. There's that. We'll go ahead and get rid of this and the Counter Gain. It does nothing for us right now. Let's go ahead and get our Radiant Alakazam. We still have Star Alchemy. Radiant Alakazam goes down. We'll go ahead and let's use Painful Spoons here. We'll move it from here to here. Done. Pokemon Catcher. Do we get it? We do. We will pull up our Pidgeot. We will use our Munkidori to take it off of here and put it onto his Luminous. That's a knockout. 1 and 2. Legacy Energy onto Kingambit. And strike them down. Take our last 2. There you go. Charizard taken down. I love it. And there you go. Kingambit Revisited. I love this deck. I think it's so fun. It's not the be-all end-all. It can, yes, beat any deck in the format, technically. It can kill any Pokemon in the format right now. And what's really cool is that it doesn't really hurt anything. Like, yes, you get your Fezandipiti because it does knock out, but also we've got Froslass, which potentially could be knocking things out in between turns, which does not activate Fezandipiti. So that's always really kind of cool to see that. I like being able to not activate their Fezandipiti. What would I change in this if I could change anything? You know, I think this is about as good as it's gonna get. We might end up with something new, like a better stadium. Definitely get rid of the Counter Gain because it doesn't really help us a ton. Yes, it does currently help the Bloodmoon, but at that stage, I don't know that Bloodmoon is kind of the winning number that you are kind of relying on in the late game, and that counter gain may or may not hurt you. It could be very easily a different card. We could go with, I don't know, Pokemon Catchers. Arezu is going to come out anyway when it rotates, so that's another card that you could be thinking about how to replace. I don't know that we need 4 Buddy-Buddy Poffins. I think 2 would work. More just search. Definitely, if we're going to run the amount of energy we're running, potentially running another Earthen Vessel could be good. Stuff like that. You never know. You could need a second TM evolution because the first one might get prized. A 4th Arven could help us with all of that. Pokemon or Pokegear 3.0 could also help us out a lot here. So it all just depends on what you think your niche is and what you might need for this deck. Would I take this to a cup or a challenge? Absolutely. I love this deck. I would definitely take it. I wouldn't expect to win, but I would definitely take this to a cup or a challenge. Would I take this to a regional? I might, just for the meme, believe it or not, I would probably bring this, but I also know how to work this deck. I know how to play this deck. I've played it a lot. I like this deck. I play this on my off time, so I would probably take this to a regional, but I would definitely not expect this thing to win any tournaments or anything like that. That being said, if you would, please like, share, comment, subscribe, and do all the things to help me continue to do this. I'm having a ton of fun with this. Look out, because next month, March, literally the couple days that this comes out, after this comes out, we're going to be running over the gambit of things that are leaving the format due to rotation. So I'm going to do a bunch of decks that are really kind of cool and kind of centered around V-Star, V-Max potentially. Look out for that. So yeah, with that, have fun, stay safe, I love you.